So I hear a rumor that you are feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and like you have 100 zillion things that you need to do, all of them, and you're not sure where to start. Well, the good news is this isn't going to be one of those YouTube videos where I'm going to tell you some like perfect stuff that you can be the most perfect person ever and then somehow keep you in YouTube for the next 4 hours as you go from productivity video to productivity video. No, no, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're going to actually get you sorted in the next however long this video is. Not too long. I'm Dr. Vikki Wright. I'm the PhD life coach, and I want to help you actually enjoy this PhD journey, get stuff done without burning yourself out, and enjoy the research that you set out to do. So let's go. What are we going to do? We're going to plan with me. I am going to take you through some questions one by one that are going to help you figure out what you want to do and, importantly, actually get started. But we're going to start with a mini pep talk because we all need that sometimes. You are probably thinking that the reason you're overwhelmed is because you took on too much again, or you take too long to do things, or you never know how long something's going to take, or that you're slower than other people or less capable than other people. Everyone tells themselves those things. It's completely normal to believe those things, but they're not true. I promise. I was a PhD student, I was a professor, I supervised PhD students. I now coach hundreds of PhD students and academics, and those things are just not true. The reason you're feeling overwhelmed is because there just are too many things. Academia is kind of set up in this weird way where there's an excess of things that we're expected to do or that we want to do or that we think we should be doing, and no real sensible guidance as to what to pick. So the fact there's too much to do, completely normal. Not a sign that you're not cut out for this, I promise. What it does mean is we need to make some decisions. And decisions can be tricky because we think that they're a really big deal and that if we pick the wrong things, focus on the wrong stuff, then it'll be irredeemably awful. And it's not. I promise. I promise it's not. So, you have too many things. We're going to make some decisions. I'm going to help you make some decisions. And then we're going to do some work. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. We are going old school. We're going to pretend it's the 90s because some days, not gonna lie, wish it was. Your first question, I want you to look ahead for the next month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, that kind of time period, whatever makes sort of logical sense for you. And I want you to answer the question, how would I describe this phase? You're all going to be watching this video at different times. Are you coming up to a hard push before a deadline? Are you coming up to a period of time where you've got lots of other commitments or family stuff happening? Or is it a sort of kind of holiday, kind of not? What's happening for you? I want you to write some sentences to describe this upcoming period. And you can jot into it any commitments that you might have. So if you know you've got periods of holiday or things like that, then you can jot those in too. 2 minutes, off we go. And I'm going to jot some stuff down too, because girl's got a plan. Okay, that's 2 minutes. So we've kind of got a picture of what this upcoming period is. The next thing I want you to do, and we're only going to spend a minute or so on this, is to identify the kind of big tasks. Now, by big tasks, I don't mean the stuff that's definitely going to happen. So if you've got teaching or you've got other commitments in your job and things like that, that's not the stuff I mean. I mean the stuff that's going to really move forward your big goals. So maybe it's a presentation that's fixed for a conference or something, but often it's going to be finishing data collection or finishing your analysis or finishing a draft or any of those sorts of things. Now, you're probably going to go, there's so many, there's loads, I can't narrow it down. We don't need to narrow it down too much, but this shouldn't be an exhaustive list of everything you've got to get done in the next few weeks. It's going, what are the big things? What are the things I'm going to remember in a year? What are the things that are going to move my research from here to there? That's the stuff I want you to write down. Jot it down in as much detail as you can, by the way. If you're saying first draft, define what first draft actually means. Use the whole minute. Stay here for it, okay? Trust me. Go. Okay. So hopefully you have narrowed down to one, two, maybe three big things. While I'm talking, do have a little ponder. Think back to those commitments. Are there any of these things that can wait? Are there any of these things that have to happen sequentially? So if you've got, I need to write this and I need to write that, I want you to decide now which we're just writing first, because we're going to have two different writing projects on the go at the same time. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to go all the way through to finish on one before you do anything on the other one. But at any one time, I want you to only have one in the doing channel, as it were. It stays here until we send it to our supervisors or we submit it or we then put it on hold while we wait for data collection to finish or whatever it might be, right? So if you've got things where it's more than one lot of data analysis, more than one lot of writing, just take a quick moment, pause me if you need to decide which one's on the table now. Okay? Decided? Happy days. Now, what we are going to do now for the rest of this video is completely different than any other planning system that you will have ever had. Because what normally happens now is we start guessing how long things might take, getting Gantt charts, plotting it all out, time blocking, blah, 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 blah. And I think there's some arguments in favour of that, right? In my PhD Life Coach membership program, I have quite an extensive quarterly planning process that I take everybody through where we really do understand what we're going to try and get done this quarter. But that's not for now. That's not for when you're feeling overwhelmed and where you don't know where to start and it feels like everything's important. Hopefully, feeling a little bit calmer now you've been chatting with me for a while, but we're still not calm enough to be planning. So, we're going to do something that usually gets massively overlooked at this point. We're going to do some damn work. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do some damn work. And this is massively overlooked. We are going to pick one of the one or two big tasks that you identified, and I'm going to help you to identify the exact next step, and then we're going to do some work on those steps. And we're going to do it right now. Now, listen up, because I know some of your brains are going, oh, but I haven't decided yet. I don't know exactly what the next step is. I'm going to help you. It's all good. Other parts of your brains are going to be going, oh no, I can't concentrate on that until I'm ready for my meeting next week and I've got a clear inbox and da da da. No, these are lies. These are lies your brain tells you to keep you away from the difficult stuff that you actually want and need to be doing. We don't need a perfect plan. We don't need an empty inbox. We don't even need a clear desk. Mine definitely isn't. I have paper everywhere right now. We don't need a clear desk. We're going to pick one thing. We're going to identify what the next steps are, and I'll take you through that. And then we're going to do some work. Because there is nothing that will reduce your overwhelm more than making some progress on something that matters. So, how do we know the next step? I want you to imagine. Let's enter dream world. Ooh. Let's enter dream world, right? Where you have someone who will do this for you. I want you to imagine them sitting next to you. How would you instruct them? They are going to do the next task for you. How would you be as specific as possible? So if you're thinking, I need to write the next bit, okay, what's the next bit? What do we need to know in order to give instructions? What's the key point that needs to be put in there? If we're editing, what do we want to be looking for? If we think we need to read because we don't know enough yet, first side, I want you to really double check that in your brain because that's another lie that our brain tells us. Oh, I don't know enough yet. I just need to read some more. We're not reading some more unless you're really clear what you're reading and why. Okay, in which case we're going to give it as instructions to our fictional research assistant that we're so excited to have. You are going to open whatever files you need to open, switch your brain on. We are not going to email. We're not going to check our phones. We're not going to do anything else. You're going to stay right here with me. Okay, stay right here with me. And we are going to identify and write an instruction as though you were giving it to a research assistant about what the next task is. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's go. Okay. First of all, before we do anything else, congratulations. You have got this far through the video. You're still engaged. You're still thinking. Hopefully you're calming down a little bit, feeling a little bit like there might be a route out of this. I want you to double check the instructions you've given. Are they as specific as they possibly can be? Do you know exactly what the next step is? Do you know where those files are? Do you know if you're going to read something, do you know exactly what? Do you know where it is? Do you know exactly why you're reading it? If you're writing something, do you know at least roughly what the next point you need to make is, where you're up to and what you're saying next? If not, let's get just a little bit clearer. And if so, happy days. Amazing work. Because now what we're going to do, we've got one last task and then we're going to get going. Your last task is I want you to get another piece of paper and I want you to put it over to one side with a pen on it. And this is going to be your brain dump station. Because you're going to be over here working. I'm assuming you're probably typing or reading or something over here. You're going to be over here doing your work. Look at me being so efficient. And then your brain's going to go, hang on, what about blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should be answering that email. Maybe I should be doing that other thing. Maybe it would make more sense to read first. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go, thank you very much, brain. Love you dearly for reminding me of that. Let me write it in my brain dump station over here. I'll put that on the list for maybe later. But right now I'm doing the thing I said I would. Okay? Because where all of you are going wrong and where I went wrong for so long is that we think the problem is that our brain gets distracted and comes up with these other things. That's not the problem. Every brain does that, especially clever, creative, intelligent ones like you guys. That's not the problem. The problem is when we take it seriously. The problem is when we second guess ourselves and go, oh, maybe I did make the wrong decision. No, not doing that. We're going to go, thank you very much for a reminder. Noted, noted. Jotting it over here, back to the thing I said I'd do. Because even if you've made the wrong decision about what to start on, whatever wrong decision would mean, even if you've made a wrong decision, still better to get half an hour or 45 minutes work done on something that was demonstrably part of our kind of big, important, move our goal forward things than to mess around doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then beat ourselves up for not achieving anything. So we're going to say, don't know if it's the right thing, don't know if it's the wrong thing, not convinced there is a right thing or a wrong thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jot down any distractions over there. I'm going to nudge my brain back and I'm going to keep doing this thing for the amount of time I said I would do it. Do you trust me? I promise this is how we reduce overwhelm. We start making progress on the bigger things. And the best way we can do that, pick a thing, do a thing, and then be gorgeously nice to ourselves about the thing that we've just done. So I'm not going to send you off to some other videos and things like that. We're going to leave YouTube now. You're going to press stop. YouTube's going to hate it. This is not how you play the algorithm. I am not doing good things for my watcher numbers. But my priority is you and you getting stuff down. So what I want you to do, I want you to hit subscribe so that you see my videos in the future. And I want you to work for half an hour, 45 minutes on the task you've identified. You've got this. I am right here with you mentally. I'm supporting you all the way. I know you can do it. Let's go.